I am Christian, and I am the executive director of the Pack Youth.
Let's go.
The Pack Youth is an organization that focuses on mentoring and character development. This is our team. We're from Atlanta. Yeah.
I'm about to take you there.
So our organization really focuses on the idea of family. So our mission is we believe that every person that comes to be a part of our organization, that they are a part of a family. And so whether we are in a school and we're doing mentoring with a student, or we're doing something that's outside, whether that's us doing like a camp or a retreat, is that every person that walks in the room, they immediately feel like they're a part of a family. They feel loved on, they feel cared about, and they feel like it's a safe space.
Ron is out here serving hard, serving the people.
Praise God. Woo! And tell us what you're working on. We are working on cutting down
the reflector.
Yes.
We got connected through Churchome because they found us. Some of the team came out and got to see what we were doing in Atlanta, come to the schools and see what our mentoring program looks like. From there, we've just developed a relationship. Our staff started watching Churchome videos and got plugged in on the Churchome app. And then from there, we started introducing it to the students that we serve in various ways and the families that we serve. Now we are a partner with Churchome, and so Churchome is financially supporting us. So with this new partnership, they will financially be supporting what we're doing to actually continue to grow our programs in more schools, not only in Atlanta, but in Florida and Seattle and LA.
But that don't mean we're family, because we absolutely are family. As a matter of fact,
reason why I just love what we do is just like seeing the growth in these kids that like most of their life they feel like no one really pays attention to them, nobody really cares about them, and just being able to be that person to tell them, hey, I see you and I want you to know that you are loved and you are wanted and you have a purpose.
The connections that we make with the students and seeing them develop in the program and open up and be vulnerable is something that I wouldn't trade for the world. A lot of kids in school go through bullying, mistreatment, judgment, and all just in the journey of them trying to find themselves.
You're walking in life with them. They're inviting us to their football game or to basketball because they really truly see us as family. Family can look any kind of way.
One way that we utilize the Churchome weekly service is by showing them the service, and we all watch it together.
Oftentimes we have a whole conversation that goes over our time and we're just sitting there talking.
Churchome videos have just truly inspired us. They bring such an energy, and they're on these kids' level. They open up a dialogue. It makes an opportunity for dialogue with these young people, and they tend to get it.
A lot of our kids have never really been to church. That's just not how they've grown up. They don't know the traditions of a church, but Churchome has allowed our kids to experience church in a new way.
You look at this small group of people here, and we're literally changing the world. It might be just our area of the world, but we're changing lives. And the fact that God is using us is it's so humbling and awesome. Yeah. And it makes us grateful because he could use anybody.
You think about a movie, the main character, he always went through or she always went through a lot of mess. They have a sad, tragic backstory, but then the main character, for a reason, I believe, because God sees all the stuff they've been through, he's like, oh, you're going to be one of my strongest soldiers. Even all of us, we all been through a lot, but God is using us in such a significant ways. No matter what they've been through, what they done, where they came from, what they look like, God will never give up on anyone.
If we just think about all the students that we have met and have the opportunity to be in their life, and you just hear their story, you just hear the things and the pain that they've been through, but at the end of the day, they're like, let me give Jesus a try, and even though mess is happening to me right now, I'm really struggling, I'm really suffering, I'm still gonna try Jesus. I'm still gonna be a part of this community.
A lot of the kids that we serve come from a lot of mess. We have kids who are experiencing homelessness. We have kids who are experiencing abusive parents. They're in the juvenile justice system. And we have seen Jesus meet people where they are, like in the middle of their mess. Had a mom, she came to one of our events, and she came and she told me that every night she hears her son praying in his room. So what she's been doing is she pauses her Netflix and just listens to him pray through the walls. This kid, if you met this kid, you wouldn't have thought that, but like these kids are being impacted and changing, and it's beginning to spark. Their parents are now asking questions. So it's been really cool just to see how Jesus like meets them, and we just are there serving them and loving them. A lot of it comes from just casual conversation. We've seen kids that are the furthest from the furthest that you would ever think would come to know Jesus, meet Jesus, and then they're telling everybody else about it. You know, like they're telling their friends. We have kids that literally like they drag their friends. You need to be on this. You need to come here. You know, like you need this, because they're seeing the impact that's happening in their lives. They're beginning to pursue Jesus on their own. A big part of our model is very much kind of the style of Jesus, of going where people were, eating together, and just doing life. A lot of what we do is we go where people are. We're going to their schools, we're going to their neighborhoods. From that, really with even the model of what Churchome is doing, it lines up so much with what our heart is. Go where people are and create a space for them to encounter Jesus. Create that space where it's safe, where it's vulnerable, and people can just begin to encounter Jesus, ask questions, come to him with all their stuff. I can see the difference that it's making in lives and in families just by it takes the weight off. Somebody that is maybe asking like, how can I do this in my community? What does this look like? I think the best thing that I can say is just create a space. Maybe the people that you're the scaredest to invite because you're like, they're not interested, invite them. You know, like, because we have had people walk in the door I would have never thought would walk in the door, but they've walked through the door. They were just waiting for somebody to invite them.